Did you know that reaching for that convenient pack of deli meat in your fridge could potentially put your family's health at risk? It's true. This simple act of preparing a quick sandwich for lunch might be more dangerous than you think. A recent Listeria outbreak linked to deli meats has affected dozens across the United States, leaving many wondering, is my family safe? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on Listeria, a stealthy and dangerous bacteria that might be lurking in your refrigerator right now, ready to contaminate your favorite foods and cause serious illness. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll be armed with the knowledge and practical tips to keep your meals safe and delicious. Let's dive in. First things first, what exactly is Listeria? Imagine a microscopic troublemaker that thrives where you least expect it, in the cool environment of your fridge. Listeria is a type of bacteria found in soil, water, and some animals. The real danger comes when it contaminates our food, leading to a serious illness called listeriosis. Unlike many other bacteria, Listeria is incredibly resilient. It can survive and even grow in cold temperatures. This means your fridge, a place we often think of as safe, can become a potential breeding ground for this dangerous bacteria. The numbers are sobering. Every year, around 1,600 people in the U.S. get sick from Listeria, and tragically, 1 in 5 of those affected don't survive the infection. Now, let's talk about where Listeria likes to hide in your fridge. This sneaky bacteria can be found in various foods, but it really loves ready-to-eat items. Think about those deli meats and soft cheeses you use for quick sandwiches, and even those fruits and veggies you forgot to wash. In the recent outbreak, some specific foods were the main troublemakers. We're talking about deli-sliced liverwurst, ham, bologna, salami, and bacon. It's pretty scary when you think about it. These are foods many of us eat regularly, without a second thought. To give you an idea of how serious this is, one brand had to recall over 200,000 pounds of these deli meats after their liverwurst tested positive for Listeria. This outbreak made 34 people sick across 13 states, with some folks ending up in the hospital. It's not something to take lightly. But how does Listeria get into our food in the first place? Well, it can happen at any stage of the food's journey to your plate. It might sneak in during production at the factory, while the food is being transported in trucks, or even in your own kitchen. And here's the kicker. Once it's in your fridge, it doesn't just sit there. It can keep growing, making the problem worse over time. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I've been infected with Listeria? Well, it's a bit tricky because the symptoms can be sneaky. They might show up a few days after you eat contaminated food, or they could wait up to 2 months to appear. So, what should you look out for? The most common signs are fever, muscle aches, nausea, and diarrhea. It might feel like you've got a bad case of the flu, but in serious cases, Listeria can lead to more dangerous conditions. One of the worst is meningitis. That's when the tissues around your brain get inflamed. Not something you want to mess with. Some people need to be extra careful when it comes to Listeria. If you're an older adult, a pregnant woman, or someone with a weakened immune system, you're at higher risk. So if you or someone you love falls into one of these groups, it's crucial to be extra vigilant about food safety. Now that we know what we're up against, let's talk about how to keep Listeria out of your fridge and off your plate. Don't worry, it's not as hard as you might think. First, let's talk about cleaning. Your fridge needs a good scrub down more often than you might think. Once a week, take everything out and give those shelves a thorough cleaning. A simple solution of warm water and dish soap works great for regular cleaning. For a deeper clean, especially if you're concerned about bacteria, you can use a mixture of water and bleach, about a tablespoon of bleach per gallon of water. This bleach solution is a powerful disinfectant that can help kill harmful bacteria like Listeria. Now, on to food handling. This is where a little care goes a long way. When you're storing food in your fridge, think of it as a game of keep away. Raw meats should always be on the bottom shelf, in sealed containers. This prevents any drips from contaminating other foods. Your fruits and veggies? Give them a good rinse before they even hit the fridge. Here's a pro tip. Invest in a fridge thermometer. Your fridge should be at or below 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius. any warmer, and you're giving bacteria a cozy place to grow. Let's talk about those deli meats. They're convenient, sure, but they need some extra attention. If you're not going to eat them within a few days of opening, it's freezer time. When you do eat them, heat them up until they're steaming hot. This extra step can kill off any lurking Listeria. And here's something you might not have thought about: your reusable grocery bags. They're great for the environment, but they can also be a breeding ground for bacteria. Wash them regularly, especially if you use them for meats and produce. Lastly, stay informed about food recalls. It might seem like a hassle, but keeping an eye on recall notices can literally save lives. You can sign up for email alerts from the FDA or USDA, or check their websites regularly. Before we dive into what to do if you think you've been exposed to Listeria, remember, food safety isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about peace of mind. When you sit down to a meal with your family, you want to enjoy it, not worry about it. By following these simple steps, you're not just protecting your family's health, you're protecting those precious moments around the dinner table. So, let's say you've just heard about a Listeria outbreak, and you realize you might have eaten some of the affected food. Don't panic. Here's what you need to do. First things first, check your fridge. If you find any of the recalled products, don't take any chances. Toss them out immediately. And I mean in the trash outside, not just in your kitchen bin. You don't want that bacteria lingering around. Next, it's time for a deep clean. Remember that bleach solution we talked about earlier? Now's the time to put it to use. Clean every surface that might have come into contact with the contaminated food. That includes your fridge shelves, cutting boards, and even your kitchen counters. Now, here's where you need to play detective. Think back over the past 2 months. Have you experienced any unusual symptoms? We're talking about things like fever, muscle aches, nausea, or diarrhea. If you have, it's time to call your doctor. Don't try to tough it out. Listeria can be serious, especially for certain groups of people. Speaking of which, if you're pregnant, over 65, or have a weakened immune system, you should be extra cautious. Even if you're not showing symptoms, it might be worth a call to your healthcare provider for advice. We've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding what Listeria is to how to keep it out of your kitchen. But remember, knowledge is power only when you put it into action. Start by taking a good look at your fridge tonight. Are there any open packages of deli meat that have been there a while? Any soft cheeses past their prime? Now's the perfect time to do a little food safety audit in your own kitchen. And don't keep this information to yourself. Share what you've learned with your friends and family. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more health and safety tips. Here's to many more safe, delicious meals in your future.